Hey, everybody. Welcome back to After the Island. I am Elizabeth.
He's going to the gym.
Bye, Cinco.
Way, look who it is.
Way.
Hello.
We have someone who wants to say hi to you quickly.
Yes.
Bye. Thank you.
Oh my God,
What do you think? They want to say hi to you?
Melvin, get over here.
I was gonna say, oh, look at you using his phone for this.
No, I'm literally like in Virginia. I had a layover yesterday. Everyone knows about it. We like talked about it, and I didn't leave. I like stayed here.
Good.
So this is his shirt that I try to like make look cute.
Oh, it looks so
good.
cute. It looks
I have
like a
nothing.
legit blouse.
Okay, good. All my bags are literally in Buffalo. So
As you can see, she's on Cinco's phone because she missed her layover flight and it's in Virginia.
As she should.
hey.
Let's go. We are so happy for you. Like, you don't understand. We feel like we just got into like a relationship. It's beautiful.
Cash, we loved you from the moment we were talking to your sister online and we asked for fun facts to be submitted. And she told us that you blew out your knee dropping into the splits while doing the WAP. And we were like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's when I knew. I was like, this is my life now. Everything that I do ends up being something hilarious and embarrassing, and you just gotta ride with it.
You are everything. Like, the way you brought such life into the villa. We would like to thank everyone for watching the finale when you went home.
You know what? I love that.
I have one question, like one very important question.
Okay.
Does your back hurt?
You know what? Everyone keeps saying that to me. I'm like, I didn't do anything besides just, I was very obnoxious, and it just happened to work because that's just me as a person. I'm like really loud, really silly, always coming up with dumb things to do. And it was perfect because there was nothing to do in the villa besides be obnoxious. That was creepy. Did you see that door open? I'm like,
yeah.
What's happening? I'm like alone in this place. I'm like, this is scary.
So for all the viewers, tell everyone where you are right now, just so we, get it out of the way.
I am currently at Cinco's place. We met at the airport. It was supposed to be this really cute, like 1 hour thing. I called him and I was like, because I had to take a shuttle bus to where he was, like at the airport, because the airport's massive. And so we saw each other, we're hanging out. Obviously we get recognized. Like I thought I was being incognito and like a hat, but I had my knee brace on and everyone knows me wearing my knee brace. So people were like asking for pictures. And then he goes, you could just stay. I was like, yeah, I could. And he goes, okay, bet. I was like, bet. And he goes, are you serious? I'm like, are you serious? And he's like, okay, let's go. So we start walking towards the door and we're staring at each other, waiting for one person to be like, okay, nah, you can go home. So we're walking and then we're in his car. And then I'm like, wait, am I like leaving? He goes, no, yeah. Like then my mom calls and then I meet his dad. And it just turns out to be this like massive thing.
Oh my God, I love how decisive this is now.
I know.
Wow, it's not even like, are you sure you want to come? It's, yeah, let's do it. Let's come over.
We're both really competitive people. So I think it started as like, you won't. And it's like, no, okay, I will. And now
no, I will.
I love it.
Oh my God, I freaking love it. Oh, I'm so excited for you.
Have you felt like overwhelmed at all coming back and seeing all the love? Like did you kind of know this would happen, or did it take you completely by shock? Or like, could you tell a little by the people coming in that you were so loved by the American public and the audience?
No, honestly, believe it or not, I had no idea. Because when you're in there, like you're in there. So I never really thought about the impact that I was having on the outside. What changed everything for me is when Leanne came in and she like rushed up to me and she's like, you changed my life. Like, she's like, you like inspire me. She's like, I'm going to take off my wig. I was like, what? I didn't even think that would even touch anybody. It was really for me. But coming out, so overwhelming, but in like such a beautiful way. I didn't even know people would care, right? Like I didn't think it'd be like that big of a deal. And the support and the love that I'm getting just from everyone is just unbelievable. I could cry right now. It's just so unbelievable. I never, like, everyone really has my back, and I don't know, I just love it. Maybe too much. Like everyone's giving Charlie so much hate, and I'm like, let's all calm down. Like, you guys don't have to like be that diehard, but I appreciate it, but it's crazy.
Well, going off of that, first of all, Leanne sent in a question. She goes, when are Cash and Lee having a reunion?
Yeah, she actually thought I was in LA. So she's like, I just touched down. Where are you? I'm like, well, I'm not in LA right now. So her and I are definitely going to link up as soon as I'm in LA.
Oh, I love to hear that.
We love that. We love the friendships that come out.
Yeah. And you were really a friend to everyone. And I feel like we even see you being so close with Corey. I think that's one of the things we wanted to ask you too, is having your relationship with him. What do you think of the Olivia situation being on the inside?
Yeah, like, I mean, I was reading, just everyone has like all these theories, and it's so funny when coming out of the villa and seeing everyone being like, this fake. I'm like, no, you can't fake something 24 hours a day being filmed every single moment. I think I'm obsessed with Corey. Everyone knows that. Like, Corey and I were in a friendship couple and ended up being one of America's favorite couples, and that's just the craziest thing to me still to this day. I think he is just such an incredible human, and I think the same of Olivia. Like, Olivia and Enchana were my two best friends in the house. I'm close with everyone. I need to say that, but we were just really close. And just seeing them finally get it right, I'm really excited for them. It's like sad not being there to watch it, but they like always have this thing with each other, but finally speaking it was their biggest thing, their biggest issue. Like, they never just told each other how they felt, and like everyone else kept getting in the way. So finally she chose him over Andre, which was hard for her. And I don't know. I'm just so excited for them.
Say that you think they have not the closest bond, but like maybe the most potential in the real world out of everybody there?
Honestly, I do, because their lifestyles and what they want. Like, Olivia thought she wanted a guy like Andre. She'd said it all the time. Then Andre came in and she was like smitten at first, of course. And then she was kind of like, I don't think that's what I want anymore. And it's so weird because it was very similar in my situation. Like, Charlie's the guy that I thought I wanted. And then you realize once you let go of like what you thought that you should have and accept what you're having, it changes everything. So for her, she was like, well, maybe that's not the life that I wanted. Maybe I do want more of an adventurous lifestyle with Corey. And when she allowed herself to feel that, they like already have a trip to Egypt planned. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but like they're gonna like travel the freaking world together. I'm so excited for them.
I'm like crying, laughing in my head, thinking, oh no, not Florida being uninvited to her Egypt trip. Did you know about this?
Yeah, I did. I forgot.
I think he invited like every girl he's ever spoken to Egypt, so we're fine. We're good. Olivia
invited me to Egypt. He's like, just in case like we leave here in a friendship couple. I'm like, watch us win it all in a friendship couple, and we're just in Egypt chilling. Like, that's what it was looking like. We're like, no one likes us. So we're going to be in a friendship couple for the rest of the season because no one's going to let us go home. And then we're going to go to Egypt.
I love that it's Egypt. Like, to me, it just feels so random for a travel destination. Like, I'm just picturing more Italy, like something like just Egypt. Like,
Corey's a very random man. He's very random.
We love him. Yeah. We love him. He is just so interesting and just so great. He gives us he literally gives us the cash energy that like we don't have right now.
Yes. I freaking love that man. I can't wait till he's out.
I'm so excited for all of you to reconnect. But going into the hard questions about Charlie.
Let's get it.
How do you feel about him right now?
Honestly, I feel a lot different than I feel like the rest of the world feels. I mean, I know I've heard a lot of different opinions. Like, people thought that I was using him to make Cinco jealous, or he was using me to get into the villa. Maybe he was. I have no idea. But it like everything that you guys saw at Costamore was real. We generally had that spark, and we really opened up to each other. Like, I can't even thank Charlie enough because he was the first man that I told that I don't know if I could have kids, and having kids is going to be like a really hard thing for me, right? And so that's like why I don't date. Like, I haven't dated anyone in almost 4 years because I'm just kind of like, I don't want to date someone. You get to that point, you can't have kids, you feel like you wasted their time. Like, it was just something that I've never done, and Charlie just kind of set me free. He was just kind of like, the right man isn't going to care. He's like, you telling me that doesn't make me any less interested in you. And from that moment on, he just kind of set me free from all my fears. And it was crazy. And our connection was just real. And I expressed to him, obviously I still had feelings for Cinco, and that situation had to be figured out. And at the moment, he's like, I don't care. And I think he didn't realize how real it was going to be until he was in the villa. And I think that's what kind of started, our spark fading. Everything at Costamore was real. It kind of felt like a dream. And then we got back into the villa, and everything just, it was a lot. And it was a lot for him. He was trying to find his footing. when we first got there, all the guys were like, you need to be with Cinco. He's been talking about you every day. Like, even Corey was like, like, he's like, Charlie seems like a nice guy, but you need to be with Cinco. And I think Charlie definitely felt that energy, and it was like hard for him to adjust. And then like later as time goes on, I think he wanted to get to know other girls, but he felt an obligation, not obligation, but he felt like everyone loved her. I can't talk to anyone. And he felt like watched. It was just a lot. But I think eventually it was just us realizing it's not right for each other. And I think the aloha sign, you guys saw like a snippet of how long that conversation actually was. And it was just me saying, if you want to get to know Alana, all you had to do was be completely honest with me and tell me. Because I think he had a kind of an interest of her from the start. And every time I asked him about it, I'm like, if you want to get to know her, do it. Like, this is what the show's about. Like, I don't mind. And he's like, no, it's you, it's 100% you, but it wasn't me, And I think everyone feels the type of way of me leaving, of course. And I think that's beautiful, but I can't express enough that it was my time. Like, I was drained. I didn't see a future with Charlie. I wouldn't want to do this week with Charlie because this week is serious. Like, everyone's going to meet your families. There's like the letters to each other, whatever's coming up. Like, it wouldn't have felt right to do that with Charlie. I did say leaving the villa that my heart was with Cinco, and everyone's just kind of like, so you're using Charlie? No, because I had genuine feelings for him, but it was like a head and a heart thing. And I don't know, I'm happy to be out, and I'm happy to be with Cinco and exploring that. And I wish nothing but the best for Charlie. And if that's with Alana or otherwise, like, I just wish nothing but the best for him. I have no hard feelings against him. I think he definitely could have been more honest with himself and more verbal with me, but he wasn't, and that's okay. I don't fault him for that. I don't.
Yeah. And I feel like that's just like a really amazing way to put it. And I hope, everyone gets a chance to listen to that. I feel like everything kind of worked out how it was meant to be. And I think it's just
exactly
like a testament of everything just works itself out. And it just feels like, although it was not maybe the ending that everyone like expected, it's a very happy one.
I think everyone needs to let go of the fact that I'm not on Love Island anymore. And it's okay, because I'm just as obnoxious on my Instagram stories. Like, it's okay. And I think everyone should still watch the show, still vote, still support, because everyone's like, we're not watching. I'm like, but you still could. Like, it's okay. I think I'm more at peace than everyone else is. And I can't wait till everyone else gets on board and realizes, okay, she's gone. Because I'm still getting so many messages. You should be there. There's a petition out to get me, Cinco, Josh, and Shannon back on the show. I'm like, guys, that's not how it works. So that's not happening. But thank you so much for the love and support. Let's move on. Let's support my girls on the show, my guy friends. Like, let's support everybody,
For sure. I think that's such a great thing to say as well. Like, we loved you so much. And I think we all knew, like, it was your time. Although we didn't want to lose you.
Yeah.
We had to say goodbye, and we got an even better ending than we could have ever expected. But going off of like your friends in the villa, I want to talk about you and Trina's relationship, because in the beginning I feel like it was a little rocky, and then by the end, like, we saw you standing proud in your dashikis together. Like, it was so cool to see. So can you like walk us through it a bit?
Yeah, of course. So obviously the beginning of the relationship was a little weird. Okay. At first, I'm not going to say I didn't like Trina, because I've always liked her, but I didn't like how she was approaching the situation. And I don't know, I haven't watched the season back, but her and I had a conversation. I said, I don't like what you're doing. It's very rude and you're not being respectful. My biggest thing is respect. And I just feel like she wasn't going about it with respect. And she didn't even think about it. And she was like, I'm so sorry, I wasn't considering you. She's like, I was just doing what I wanted to do. And I was like, I understand that, but I am here and I am coupled up with him, and you need to respect me and think about me, because I'm thinking about you, and I don't even have to be doing that because I'm with him. And I think once that was cleared out and she started being more respectful, then that was able for us to build our relationship. I think the only thing I didn't like was the night of the recoupling, she tried to kiss him. And I thought that was just, I was like, all right. And then we had another conversation. Then after that, we were good. The friendship that you guys saw on TV is real. Like, Trina is more than a good friend to me. Like, I feel like we're bonded for life. And it's not just because of Cinco. It's because a situation that should have pinned two women against each other brought us closer together. And I think it wasn't so much about we both like the same guy. It's how can we move forward from both of us having feelings for this man? And it meant everything to me. My last night, I'm gonna cry. My last night in the villa, she came up to me and she's like, I have feelings for this man still, but you're meant to be with him. Go get the guy. And that took so much for her to say. But it's just, she has such an amazing heart and she's such an amazing woman. And all she wants is true love. Like more than probably any one of us in that villa, she wants love. And if she doesn't find that with Andre, I know there's a million men out here waiting to court her and be with her, because she is an absolute princess and she's a queen and she's gorgeous, and her heart is just even more better than her face, if you can believe that. Like, she's amazing. And us wearing the dashikis, we're just me taking a stand in her culture, because she is African. I'm not. Everyone thinks that I am. I'm not African. It's more just like a unity, trust, sisterhood, respect. Me saying, I got you and you got me. I knew I was going to go home that night. I told all the girls, I was like, this is it. And I feel good. And I was like kind of cleaning up my station. I was ready, guys. Like, I packed and I was like, okay. And they're like, wait, we still have more time. I was ready. And that was our dashiki night. We were waiting until a recoupling to like match together. And I was like, I feel like tonight's tonight. And my whole story, the ending of my story was just brilliant. I wouldn't have wanted anything any other way. And I love my girl Trina. And I think my main thing, I can't wait till she's out, because her fandom doesn't believe that we're close. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So her fandom, I'm getting a lot of hate from her fandom, and that's totally fine. And I hate saying fandom, it's gross, but that's what they are, like her supporters, I guess. I think we mended the gap in the villa and everyone was able to see that we were close. And I think it's mending that gap out here, because as much as her fans don't realize, they're creating the divide. And I don't want there to be a divide. I think women already get so much in our daily lives. The last thing we need is from us to get it from each other. And her and I really are close. And I think women everywhere shouldn't let a man get in between, feelings get in between fans and supporters, and spotlight get in between friendships. And I'm excited for her to come out and for us to bridge that gap with our fans and our supporters, and it just be one big support group instead of Team Trina or Team Cash, Team us, Team women.
Yeah, I think that's amazingly said, and could not agree more. And I love that you two are, at that point. I'm like so happy for people to be able to hear that. And, we love that so much. And I feel too so happy about not only your journey, but I feel like Trina, we have seen so much growth with her as viewers, that I feel like her journey, even if she does not find love, like I feel very happy for it, because it felt like she came in the most confident person in that villa, and then became probably one of the least confident and confused. Yeah. And then now she feels back herself and strong again, and stronger than ever. And it's been really cool to see her journey and her come so far. So like, we're definitely rooting for her, and we know you are too.
Of course, really that's my girl.
Happiness.
Yeah.
That was one of our questions, so I'm happy you answered it, because we weren't sure if it was obvious or not the night that you went home that you knew that would be happening, or if it came as a shock, because it almost seemed like Trina seemed a little shocked too when that. If you're looking for an incredible meal kit service, look no further than HelloFresh. HelloFresh cuts out stressful meal planning and grocery trips with less prep, less effort, and minimal cleanup, so you have a meal ready in just about 30 minutes. Choose from 50 menu and market items each week, from vegetarian meals to craft burgers and extra special gourmet options, all available. So over the weekend, I cooked the pork sausage and roasted bell pepper pasta. This is what the recipe card looks like. I love these noodles. They're my favorite kind of noodles, the little macaroni and cheese shape, and it was delicious. Very good meal to make. And HelloFresh offers the flexibility you need to easily customize your order on the app within minutes. So just go to hellofresh.com/aftertheisland14 and use code aftertheisland14 for up to 14 free meals plus free shipping. That's hellofresh.com/aftertheisland14 and use code aftertheisland14 for up to 14 free meals plus free shipping.
And another message from our sponsors, BetterHelp. Obviously, we always talk about mental health and how important it is. So if you're looking for therapy, why not try BetterHelp? BetterHelp is professional counseling done securely online. With BetterHelp, you can start communicating with your own licensed therapist in under 48 hours through phone or video, whatever works for you. Just visit betterhelp.com/aftertheisland. That's better, HELP, to join over 1 million people who have used BetterHelp. And you can get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/aftertheisland. That's 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/aftertheisland.
Yeah, I think all the girls were definitely shocked, because they were like, you're not leaving. I think all the girls really thought, no, like Charlie's going to choose you. But honestly, if I'm being completely honest, if Charlie chose me, I think I still would have went home.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
We have this thing in the villa, me and Olivia, like not to send yourself home before your time. We say it all the time. When you're voted off or sent home or dumped, it's your time. And everyone who's left, besides Shivani, I think it's been their time. So for me, I've like really tried to stay true to that. And I don't know, it would have sucked, but in that moment, if Charlie would have chose me, I think I would have still left. Because then at that moment, that would have been me not being true to myself if I stayed.
Yeah.
I think we could see that too. Like we knew that it was your time and you went out with such grace and such poise. Like it was just so nice to see because so many people would react differently in that situation.
Yeah, and I thought about it. Do not get me wrong. Like I like to carry myself with the character that I feel like I was, you know, that's instilled in me. And I pride myself on who I am. But in that moment I was like, because I hugged everyone, of course. And then I saw him and I saw how like just like disheveled he was, right? And in my mind, my first thought, because I'm petty in my mind, my first thought was, boy, why are you crying? Like you just sent me home. Like, what are you talking about? Like you had every opportunity to open up and make this work and you didn't. But then I was like, relax. Like this is he feels bad. And I understand why he does. And I, you know, and I hugged him. And my main thing was I didn't want him to feel like he had to go through the rest of his journey like feeling bad or thinking I had any animosity towards him. And I knew how I treat him is how everyone else would treat him. Well, I thought. So I was just kind of like, it's fine. And it really is. I'm like, he wanted to explore and he has every right to do that in the villa. And, you know, there was something between him and Alana. And I think, yeah, he should explore that. Like, why not? You know, and it's probably best for him to explore that without me there because I feel like he wouldn't have been able to really do that because my girls are hard girls and they really have my back. And I don't know, everything just happened the way it should. And I have no hard feelings against him. Me and Trina are really close. I just don't think there needs to be any hate on either end. No hate towards me. I didn't do anything. No hate towards Trina. She didn't do anything. I mean, Charlie, you know, he made his mistakes. I made mine. Trina made hers. Like, but we're all people at the end of the day. Like, everyone out in the real world is making mistakes. Like, just because we're on camera making them in front of the world doesn't make us any less human. And I think that's what people forget. Everyone's judging us so hard for the decisions that we've made, but we made them. And at the moment, it was us following our hearts. You know, no one's playing a game in there. We just want to make connections.
We love that. It was really, really nice. And I also think like if Shannon and Josh would have still been there and stayed, do you think that they would have, you know, made it all the way to the end and finished out the
oh my
season
God.
Yeah, that's like what we think. But, you know, I always like to hear, you know, the insider perspective, you know, to see if us as viewers are seeing it the way it's really happening.
Yeah, me and Shannon actually just talked about that last night. Like, I was like, how are you feeling? You know, because I think in everybody's hearts, we know Josh and Shannon are Love Island. Josh and Shannon would have won. They should have. Like, they really gave us, like, I'm not even kidding. When they left, we were all just like heartbroken because we're just like, they were just showing us that Love Island works. And even like them becoming official, you just saw a shift in the house. We're like, okay, let's have a conversation. You know what I mean? We're like, I want that. Hey, let's talk. You know, it's like they just set a fire under us. Like, we're like, wow, like this is what we could have, you know? So seeing them leave was just heartbreaking. And so Shannon and I were chatting and she's like, honestly, like, she's like, I'm just happy to be with Josh. And her and I were just talking about the fact that yes, we're not on the show anymore. And yes, everyone's saying me and Cinco should be there. Josh and Shannon should be there. Amy and Wes, right? Because like, we're all out here with the people we met in there. But it's like we go on Love Island to meet someone. And ideally we want to leave with them. We didn't leave with our people. Well, they did, but we're not still in there exploring that connection, but we still have the connections and we're still exploring them out there. So Love Island works, you know, and it's not in the way that like America wants to see it, but we're still so happy. And if we're happy, we just want everyone else to be happy.
It's so crazy that the like really, really strong, not couples, but, you know, relationships have been the ones of the people that have been able to leave and now in the real world start fostering their connection.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy because I love the show and I've watched every season. I've never seen that. All the strong couples are usually on the show. The strong connections are there. So it is really weird that like the connections that are like really blossoming are outside the villa.
We love to see that though, because we think there's going to be some very strong couples that we have going on outside.
Yes.
Fingers crossed, man. I mean, yeah.
We got to break this curse. We got to break this curse.
We got to break the curse, baby. We have to. It's funny because Cinco and I were on the couch last night and we're like snuggling and we're just like reading because our phones are like obviously blowing up right now because people like love seeing us together and that's beautiful. But it's funny because everyone's like fighting in like our comments or like going off, and him and I are like just having a drink and like just staring at our phones, because to us it's like we're still us, and you know, I still annoy him and he annoys me, and we're just us, you know. But I think it's just really incredible that like everyone that I talked to Amy, I've talked to, like we all talked and we're still all the same people. And I think that's what's beautiful. Like no one came out and no one's like, I'm da-da-da from Love Island, show me respect. Like it's not like that. We're just us.
That's the best thing to hear.
All right, let's take a quick moment to hear from another one of our sponsors. If you're looking for jewelry that's sustainable, chic, and affordable, you need to check out Ana Luisa. It's spelled ANALUISA. It is the first direct-to-consumer jewelry brand to become carbon neutral, and their jewelry is absolutely gorgeous. This means for all the CO2 they produce during the creation of their jewelry, the running of their business, and the shipping of their orders, it's all counterbalanced with the same amount of oxygen. How great is that? I have on a piece right now from Ana Luisa. It's a very yeah, I have that one too. I love it. Very simple, you know, beautiful, dainty piece of jewelry. It's great quality. I'm actually very impressed with this brand. I actually wore and owned their stuff before we even started working with them. So Ana Luisa, the puppy likes it too. That's ANALUISA. It starts at just $39 a piece right now, and you can get 20% off with their summer sale. Seriously, don't sleep on this. Again, we absolutely recommend checking out Ana Luisa. Just go to shop.analuisa.com/aftertheisland. We love them. Their pieces start at $39, and you can get 20% off their summer sale right now. #AnaLuisa NY.
And it is time to talk hair. If you are worried about weak or thinning hair, then you should try Nutrafol. The supplement is clinically shown to improve hair growth and thickness with less shedding. I talk about it every time. I love my Nutrafol. My mom loves it. Go get yourself some. Nutrafol offers 2 targeted formulas for women that are clinically shown to improve hair growth and thickness with less shedding through all stages of life. But remember, healthier hair growth takes time. You'll begin to experience thicker, stronger, faster growing hair in 3 to 6 months. You can grow thicker, healthier hair and support our show by going to Nutrafol.com and entering the promo code AFTERTHEISLAND to save $15 off your first month's subscription. This is their best offer anywhere, and it's only available to U.S. customers for a limited time. Plus, free shipping on every order. Get $15 off at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code AFTERTHEISLAND.
Who are your best friends? I feel like I could answer this for you, but I
still love to hear it.
Yeah, give us like I want to say 3 best girlfriends, 3 best guy friends.
Okay, so I'm closest in the house with Olivia, Shannon, and Trina. We've all gotten really close, but I still am obsessed with every single one of the girls. Kira is just, she was always with Will, so we didn't really have a chance to get like super, super close. My closest guys, obviously like Giovanni, and well, he's not there anymore, but like Giovanni, Corey, obviously. And then I just like ended up getting really close with Jeremy towards the end. It was really like Jeremy and I, we have like the craziest like brother, sister, I want to fight you, but I would do anything for you type of vibe. And I feel like no one really knows Jeremy. I feel like he's not getting like portrayed the way that he actually is. That man is hilarious. And like no one knows, but that man is absolutely hilarious, and I can't wait for people to like see more of him when he's out, because he's so funny.
We're so excited for that. And sorry to cut this short, but we have Shannon and Josh next, and they're right after you, so we're excited to hear from them, and you know, we'll tell them you say hi, you know. Thank you so much though for Cash for coming on here today.
We love you.
We love you. We enjoyed talking to you. Thank you for answering all our questions and our audience's questions. It was really, really great and insightful to hear from you, and so many, you know, positive things said and good ways to look at everything and feel about all of it. So if you would like to follow with Cash, follow along with her, we'll leave her info down in the notes below. And thank you guys all so much for watching.
We love you.
Thank you. Love you guys. So nice
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. We'll text you.
Okay.